So this is a VCP, and what I'm going to show you is how to count the contractions. Uh, I I understand that if you're new to VCP and counting contraction, it can be very not complicated, but mm, uh, it's not simple as well, right? So how to do approach that is basically just forget about everything and just first mark the tops and bottoms of the swing. Okay, so something like this. um, this is the top, this is the bottom, this is the top, this is the bottom. Then you see with respect to this one, so although these tops are there, but I've marked the top which is the nearest to the previous top. Similarly, you can mark this bottom. Where is that? Here, this bottom. Then you mark this top, then you mark this bottom. Okay, so and the next top would be this week's top, right? So then what you do is, I mean, this is very step by step mechanical. At some point of time you will not be needing this stepwise marking, but you will automatically see, right? So always contraction should be measured from left to right, not this way, right? So I cannot measure that, okay, this, then this. There is a fundamental galti when you do this, because contraction is basically um, the how much it is, contracted from the top. That is what we are measuring. We are not measuring the up move, but we are measuring the down move, right? So then the next step to do that would be to see what is the percentage of contraction from the top to bottom of each. So you see that here it is 24. Now then you do this. You see, it's 33, right? So then you see that minus 24 is smaller than minus 33, right? So then what you do is you delete this and take this as one contraction. Okay, because the leftmost side of the contraction should be the highest, right? So now once this has happened, now you then measure again the next top to bottom. Okay, uh, again you cannot measure this because this is part of the larger contraction, right? So then you measure this. This looks good because this is minus 26, smaller than minus 37. Now remember, in contraction there are two things. One is the percent contraction and the other one is the time contraction. So if the contraction also is contracting in terms of time, it's better. So what I mean by that is, if I see from the top to bottom of the first contraction, we took 168 days. So the next top to bottom should take less number of days. Okay. Uh, Actually, to calculate this, you can do this, because from here the second contraction started, right? So this is the part of the first contraction. So 315 days. Then the next contraction from this top to the where the contraction finished took only 189 days. So you can see that not just price contraction is happening, but the volatility and the contraction in terms of time is also happening. Similarly, in this, you can see that it's just 98 days, right? So you can see that, uh, well, nobody talks about this, but this is also an important concept when you look at contraction VCP as a constructive pattern. Now, let's count the third contraction. So third contraction will be from again top to bottom here. It is minus 18. So you see how from minus 37, minus 26, minus 18. So this contraction is also, I'll show you the math here. Minus 13, if you divide, so minus 13 to 26, 37 to 26, what percentage uh, contraction is happening here? So it would be 37 minus 26, right? 37 minus 26 divided by 37. So almost 29. Then from here to here you see minus 26 to minus 18. 26 minus 18 divided by 26. You see, I in 30%. The contraction itself is getting smaller by 30% or so. So anything between 30 to 50% decrease is a good amount. So now you see, so basically right now these are three contractions. Now uh, if you want to see the fourth contraction, it will not be visible because the fourth contraction is actually very small. So the fourth contraction, if you go to daily, then you will see that there is a small contraction, and you can choose to identify this as a contraction or not. But it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. But when this guy got this yesterday, I mean, not today's candle, yesterday's 6%, this one, this would have been a great place to already anticipate that Balkrishna industry is going to, break out. So I don't know if results are near and results are going to be great. So for a long-term investor, this even tomorrow morning could be a great entry here, because if you enter tomorrow morning, your stop loss would be around 12%, or let's say if you can put I mean generally it should be here, but even if it is little higher, because of the strength I could see from the volumes, it's very highly unlikely that it is going to come down and take out your stop, right? So you can actually put low of today as this one. So especially because the base is such a bigger base, it is in terms of weeks, the whole base is 87 weeks. It's a very big. So 609 day is a long time for a constructive base to happen, and that the bigger the base, the bigger the breakout. And if you want to calculate how much percentage gain this breakout now could give you, you have to calculate the size of the base and subtend from the point of breakout. So now you will further to get the size of the base, you will collect you will from the bottom to the top. So this base is about 60%, and if you take this and subtend from here, from the point of breakout, 60% would give you a figure of 3700. So one could easily expect, not easily, but if this actually, I mean, if we are to have a bull run of sorts, one could actually anticipate this kind of a move here in BKT. Okay, so I hope this video helps you to sort of calculate the T's, and now you will understand when I showed you now multiple times the T's in Electra. This is how exactly I calculate. So basically top to bottom, then the next top to next bottom, uh, so this is one contraction, and this is also a contraction. Okay, so smaller than that. Then the next contraction we had is also actually smaller than this, -8 to -7, and this was the fourth contraction. Now you see this is actually a negative sign, because when VCP pattern is happening, like I said, from left to right, there always the contraction should decrease, -21, -8, -7. Now the moment it gave you -8, then you know that okay, this VCP is getting faulty, and rightly so, there was a shakeout here, right? So now as soon as from this high to low you got minus 18. What you need to do is you then make this to disappear. Now this is your first contraction, this is your second contraction. Okay, then we'll again count it from top to bottom. Minus 9, there's a third contraction, uh, and this holds true because it's lesser than minus 12, and this is the fourth contraction. And right now we have two inside bars, this is very healthy. uh, Again, I just wish that Electra will do what I wanted to do, because it's picture perfect. So minus 12, minus 9, minus 6, so almost 3% is getting tighter and tighter. So again, I'm already in, but one could put a GTT if you don't want to get in, or if you are scared that it might again shake you out. You could just put a GTT at 705, 706, and just sleep peacefully. Whenever it has to break out, you break out, and you will be in the trade, and that would also give you a very manageable stop loss of around 5 to 6%, 5 to 7%, right? So that was the video, guys. I hope this is going to be helpful.